last year I got into Ryan Holiday's books. If you don't know who Ryan Holiday is, American marketer, author, he wrote many books on self-help, self-improvement, stoicism. Well, I'd like to call him the last stoic. He also runs two YouTube channels, the Daily Stoic and Ryan Holiday. And the last I heard about him, he opened up a store book. Well, as it aligns with his interests. The books I got was last year I read Ego is the Enemy, and very recently, end of last month, Obstacle is the Way. I still have Stillness is the Key to read, probably later this year. But I'd like to TLDR about Obstacle is the Way, because that's the one I read the most recently. Yeah, my book. So basically this is what I got from the book, the TLDR, at least from my POV. I have a couple of excerpts that I'd like to go through. This is one of the most important lessons I had before this book, but I really resonate with this. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel armed, and you haven't been. So, as Marcus Aurelius says, everything is in your head. At least that's how I interpret this, right? If I go to a coffee shop and I want a donut, there are no donuts. Why would I feel pissed, right? I really wanted a donut, but it's like it doesn't matter. It is what it is, as people say. If someone tells me something rude about myself, I'm fat or I'm dumb or I'm something, right? Everything's in my head how I interpret that. Maybe I did say something that that wasn't the brightest, or maybe that person somehow got offended. Maybe that's the problem, right? There is no need for me to be offended. There is like it's kind of pointless, right? We can we can get offended or just stay happy and stay stoic, like, right? Everything changed for Clooney when he tried a new perspective. He realized that casting is an obstacle for producers too. They need to find somebody, and they're all hoping that the next person to walk into the room is the right somebody. Auditions were a chance to solve their problem, not his. This is all about perspective. The difference between right and the wrong perspective is everything. So the idea here is there is the situation can be interpreted in, let's say, almost infinite number of ways. And it's all about perspective. Your perspective, or Clooney's perspective, he wanted to solve his problem. But when he switched the perspective and thought that solving the problem of the producers was the key thing, that's when everything clicked, and he started solving his own problems. Another great excerpt from the book. Well, this behind this serenity prayer is a 2,000-year-old Stoic phrase. I'm gonna butcher this. To effemin, ta ok effemin. What is up to us, what is not up to us, right? We can go crazy over every small insignificant thing that's not up to us. Or we can just go crazy about the things that are up to us, that we can control, like emotions, judgments, creativity, attitude, perspective, desires, decisions, determination. We can go crazy about those, but if we go crazy about things we cannot control, we're just gonna obsess over every little detail. Yeah, this is our playing field. Emotions, judgments, creativity, attitude, perspective, desires, decisions, determination. Yeah. What is not up to us? Everything but this. The weather, the economy, the circumstances, the other people's emotions or judgments, trends, disasters, etc. Just don't obsess over everything that you are not able to control. Obsess about things you can control. And by obsess, obviously, I don't mean literally obsess, right? But take care of the things you can control. We must all either wear out or rust out, every one of us. My choice is to wear out, Theodore Roosevelt. The idea here is that at the end of the day, as they say, life is hard and then you die, right? You can either do something with your life or just rust out and well, you know what happens next. I myself, like Theodore, would rather choose the former option. Stop looking for angels and start looking for angles. This kind of also is about kind of POV, right? Point of view, perception, as well as the chapter implies, practice persistence, right? We're not gonna just put our hands together and pray to the Almighty God and send us an angel, a muse for inspiration. We can just stop praying for miracles, just sit down, start thinking how we can approach a problem from a different perspective, from a different way, from a different angle. And just... I am of the opinion that there are no problems that cannot be solved. Basically, if you just break a problem down and approach from a different perspective, different way, different angle, you're gonna do it. You're gonna be just fine. And this applies to all the problems. Follow the process. Under the comb, the tangle, and the straight path are the same. Heraclitus. Yeah, this to me at least applies, for example, what I'm doing right now, to YouTube and to the projects I decided to undertake in this year and the next. Meaning that my first video mentioned that I want to get hired by Anthropic in 2 years. So that's an interesting goal, at least to me. It sets a certain direction of my life and makes me think how can I achieve that. So now the goal itself, even if I don't achieve it, at least that's how I perceive it, if I don't achieve it, the journey would have improved me so much that I would still consider it a success. So I'm gonna follow this process of putting up YouTube videos one week after the other because it motivated me to think, to learn, to create, and to grow. And I think that's one of the most important things. Certain things in life will cut you open like a knife. When that happens, at that exposing moment, the world gets a glimpse of what's truly inside you. So what will be revealed when you're sliced open by tension and pressure? Iron? Or air? Or bullshit? This is an interesting one. I usually take it two ways. So if, let's say, let's take the example I gave last time, and I go interview for Anthropic position, and then they ask me a question, right? What will be revealed then? How will I behave? How will I fare under pressure? So all of those, like me hammering at the projects I'm creating and learning and stuff, this will create iron, right? I'd rather not be like a balloon and get popped when an uncomfortable question get asked. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see indeed. As Shakespeare wrote in The Tempest, not many years later, as he himself was growing older, every third thought shall be my grave. Every culture has its own way of teaching the same lesson. Memento mori. The Romans would remind themselves. Remember, you are mortal. At the end of the day, life is hard and then you die. Means that you're not invincible. You're not Superman. Although I'd like to be, I guess. Just keep in mind that you're just a human. You're just mortal. You cannot do anything. Well, you cannot do anything. You cannot do everything by yourself. You need people around you. You need connections, relationships, and the other part of that is You're just human in the sense that you grow weaker if you don't sleep, you grow weaker if you get sick. Just remember to take care of yourself, don't get crazy about success, about money, fame, power, whatever floats your boat. Just keep a level-headed, level head. Last but not least, we may not say it, but deep down we act and behave like we're invincible. We're impervious to the trials and tribulations of mortality. That stuff happens to other people, not to me. I have plenty of time left. Yeah. This ties into the previous one, right? We're not invincible, nobody is invincible. Just take care of yourself, and the latter part, I have plenty of time left. I think life should be lived. That's my personal opinion. You live your life however you want. Life should be lived with a certain degree of urgency. We are not immortal. We have a finite time left. I myself, I'd like to say that I woke up a few years ago because I've been doing a lot of random, just bullshit, just indulging in weird stuff like, I don't know, gaming, YouTube, whatever. And I realized I was wasting my time, so I started living with more urgency, because although I'd like to think I have plenty of time left, there is never enough time. Oh, we forget how light our grip on life really is. That's true. I can highly recommend Ryan Holiday's books, at least the two I read, The Obstacle is the Way and The Ego is the Enemy. I think both are great. I might release one TLDR about The Ego is the Enemy as well, as I can highly recommend both, at least both those books. I would imagine other books are pretty cool as well. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!